Hi, Dr. Q here from Star Nursery. Today we're going to give you some helpful hints about summer plant care here in the desert Southwest. The hot summer temperatures make it hard to keep some plants looking their best. That's why it's always best to use drought-tolerant or low water use plants in your landscapes. The critical thing for plants to do their best here is the proper amount of watering to keep them healthy. Many people think that they have to water their plants every day, or even multiple times a day to keep them alive during the hot summer. You may have to water shallow-rooted plants like turf grass or bedding plants that often, or newly planted shrubs and trees because they only have a small root ball that is still near the surface and will dry out faster than established trees and shrubs. For trees and shrubs that have been in the ground for more than 2 to 3 years, watering should be done deeply but less often. Even though the soil surface may dry out on top, the deeper you get the water into the soil, the longer it will stay there, and the longer it will be available to the plant's deeper roots. Frequent shallow waterings will keep the first few inches of the soil moist, but what about the deeper roots that the water doesn't reach? That's when larger shrubs and trees start to show signs of wilting, burning, leaf drop, and slow growth. When someone tells me that their problem can't be because of lack of water, because they water every day, twice a day, I ask them if they've ever dug a hole to see how deep the water is going. Because if they would see that it's not going deep enough to water the entire root zone. If you only have water at the top third of the root zone, the plant will start to show signs of stress. It is much more beneficial to plants if you deep soak them with 2 or 3 times that much water all at once, but only every 2 or 3 days. You will be using the same amount of water, but it will be getting deeper into the soil to get the lower roots, and it will not evaporate as quickly. It's also a great idea to check your irrigation system for leaks and clogs to make sure it works properly throughout the summer. Another tip is to apply a good layer of organic mulch around all of your plants to keep the soil surface from drying out so quickly. Water early in the mornings so that your plants will have that water available to them all during the hot day. Don't fertilize trees and shrubs during extreme heat because the tender new growth that will appear will be more easily burned in the heat. Your irrigation system is the most important gardening tool you have for the summer in the desert. Star Nursery is your headquarters for the largest selection of irrigation and sprinkler supplies. And don't forget, I make house calls. Call 702-771-7827 to make an appointment. I'm Dr. Q, and I'll see you next week.